For those who are being called, know that this message will soon be withdrawn. It was intended for a single heart. Receive it with a still spirit, for something tender yet powerful is stirring right now. The words reaching your eyes were not meant to drift aimlessly across the world. Heaven orchestrated this precise encounter with deliberate grace, guiding one soul toward a stream of comfort, hope, and sacred reassurance that cannot stay public forever. If a soft flutter awakens within you as you read these lines, that gentle movement is not by chance, for the affection of the divine often arrives in humble moments that seem commonplace yet hold transformative power. Those acquainted with the whisper of grace will perceive that this instant carries a treasure, something capable of fortifying a tired spirit and rekindling a faith that has patiently waited in the background. Type Amen if you hold the belief that the Lord observes every quiet battle that escapes the notice of others, and that He comprehends every tear concealed behind courageous smiles during protracted nights of uncertainty. There were instances when optimism felt remote, when the path stretched out empty and soundless, and when it appeared the heavens had fallen silent while the soul awaited affirmation. Yet the tender truth stays constant and unshakable, for the love of God does not vanish when life turns arduous, and the companionship of Jesus never forsakes a spirit that perseveres in faith. Even when the world grows clamorous with fear, uncertainty, and turmoil, the voice of heaven still murmurs tranquility to those who choose to hear. Within the calm stream of these sentences, there exists a prompt that divine affection is patient and intimately personal, extending into ordinary moments with a gentleness that mends injured hearts and revives exhausted souls. The Lord comprehends the path of every chosen spirit, particularly those who have traversed periods of isolation and misapprehension while still clinging steadfastly to belief. At times, a chosen one may feel unseen within the multitude, carrying kindness within while the world rushes past, oblivious to the quiet fortitude that faith cultivates. Yet heaven never disregards such hearts, and the empathy of Jesus continues to labor behind the veil, even when the way forward looks unclear. Pause for a moment to gently press the like button on this video, so this message of hope and solace can quietly extend to another spirit who might require inspiration today. The nearness of God envelops those who persist in believing, even through silent periods, and that presence moves softly through existence, much like warm sunshine touching a frosty morning. Each hardship that once felt interminable slowly integrates into a grander narrative, a narrative where grace transmutes pain into resilience and grief into quiet understanding. Those who are chosen often traverse experiences that mold their hearts with profound compassion and deeper insight into others. Through such experiences, the love of Jesus strengthens within them, directing them to become beacons of comfort for individuals who feel adrift in shadow. Many hearts experience fatigue because the world frequently hurries forward without compassion, leaving gentle souls to question if goodness still holds value in a boisterous and unsettled world. Yet heaven continues to watch with devoted focus, observing every deed of love offered, even when unseen by anyone. Every occasion when a heart selected patience instead of anger, each time kindness replaced resentment, and every silent prayer whispered in trust has been observed and cherished by the caring eyes of God. Those instances create a trail of light that heaven continues to bless, even when the person walking that trail is unaware of how precious their faith truly is. Hello, friends. I need to have a personal chat with you today. I have worked very hard to start this channel, but due to some technical issues or rules, my channel is not able to get monetized yet. This means YouTube does not pay me any money through ads. Still, I want to continue making videos for you. If you like my content and want to help me a little, I have put my PayPal QR code down below. Even your small help will mean a lot to me and will be a huge support. Thank you.
1.
If your trust is in God. At times, chosen individuals feel their lives consist of waiting, as if blessings advance slowly, while others seem to progress swiftly and with ease. Yet heaven's timing does not adhere to the world's frantic rhythm, because divine timing is steered by wisdom that perceives far beyond human comprehension. The Lord carefully prepares beautiful things, molding hearts and fortifying faith, so that when blessings arrive, they carry profound significance and enduring peace. Those who stay faithful through quiet intervals often discover that their endurance becomes the gateway through which greater joy and purpose enter their existence. There are hearts perusing these phrases that once felt shattered by disillusionment, yet they still continued trusting that God's love had not overlooked them. That quiet resolve, even during sorrowful periods, is precious in heaven's view, because faith that endures difficulty becomes more robust and radiant. Jesus comprehends every concealed pain borne by chosen souls, and his compassion tenderly reaches into those spaces with a healing that unfolds gradually but assuredly. Through that restoration, the heart begins to uncover new strength, fresh hope, and a more profound bond with the love of God. Sometimes the most significant blessings appear in ways that initially seem modest and uncomplicated, yet those small moments quietly reshape lives over time. A tranquil sensation during prayer, a consoling thought arising during difficult days, or an unforeseen reminder of optimism can become potent indicators of divine attention. These signs remind chosen ones that heaven remains near, still directing and still safeguarding them through every phase of their journey. Even when the world appears unstable and agitated, the love of God persists in creating quiet wonders within devoted hearts. The journey of a chosen soul often carries a deeper intention that slowly reveals itself, disclosing new layers of significance as life advances. Through compassion, endurance, and kindness, that soul becomes a living reflection of the gentle teachings of Jesus. Every uplifting word offered to someone feeling disheartened becomes a seed of light sown in another heart. Every act of forgiveness extended when anger could have prevailed becomes a mirror of divine love working quietly through a human existence. The Lord understands that the path occasionally feels protracted and burdensome, especially when hope seems postponed and responses feel remote. Yet the presence of Jesus walks alongside every faithful heart, supplying strength that is invisible yet perpetually accessible to those who trust in God. In moments when strength feels insufficient, heaven quietly supplies the courage to keep progressing with faith and love. Through this steady direction, the chosen soul grows more resilient, wiser, and more compassionate with each successive season. What if prosperity had always been impacted by a hidden cerebral signal, buried in confidential records and never fully revealed to the public? This vibration is now forging new roots, drawing prospects and revolutionizing lives faster than anticipated. Countless individuals are already employing it to attract wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. The story developing in the life of a chosen one is never mundane, because divine purpose interweaves meaning through every instant, even those that once seemed distressing or bewildering. What previously appeared as loss slowly transforms into preparation, and what once felt like delay becomes protection from paths that were never intended to be taken. Through faith, the heart begins to perceive life through the soft illumination of heaven, grasping that God's love continues to shape every chapter of the journey. Many chosen hearts have undergone periods where everything appeared static, as though nothing novel was occurring, and progress felt sluggish. During those silent intervals, it can seem as though prayers are drifting into the void without any perceptible answer returning to earth. Yet heaven is never mute in the way human hearts sometimes imagine, because God continues to work with loving diligence even when the proof is not yet visible. Every moment of reliance, every act of generosity, and every quiet prayer offered sincerely becomes part of a grander story that the Lord is crafting with wisdom and affection.
Those who belong to Christ often carry a heightened sensitivity towards the pain and hardships of others. This empathy is not weakness, even though the world occasionally misinterprets gentle hearts that opt for kindness over severity. The compassion blossoming within a chosen soul is one of the lovely reflections of Jesus dwelling in the human heart. Through that compassion, heaven's radiance reaches places where darkness once seemed formidable, quietly reminding people that love and grace still exist. Type 2020 to claim miracles. The presence of Jesus possesses a way of strengthening hearts in moments when discouragement attempts to take hold. When existence becomes burdensome and uncertainty encircles the road ahead, the gentle Spirit of Christ moves like serene water over a troubled mind. That calm presence reminds chosen ones that their lives are cradled within the careful hands of God, and those hands never leave their hold on the souls they cherish. Even when situations appear perplexing, the direction of heaven continues to operate quietly beneath the surface of daily life. Sometimes the chosen feel misunderstood by those around them, especially when their values reflect patience, forgiveness, and humility rather than pride or competition. The world often rewards loud voices and rapid achievement, yet the kingdom of God honors hearts that stay faithful even when recognition does not materialize. Jesus himself walked a path that many people failed to comprehend during his time on earth. Still, his love remains constant and compassionate through every moment. In the same manner, those who emulate his example often find themselves traversing a road that demands courage, faith, and gentle perseverance.
The love of God has a lovely way of restoring hearts that once felt wounded by disappointment or rejection. When someone continues to trust in heaven's goodness despite painful experiences, that faith becomes a powerful testament of hope. Gradually, the Lord begins to heal the places that once harbored sorrow, replacing those memories with fortitude and quiet wisdom. Through that healing process, the chosen soul becomes stronger, not because hardship vanished, but because divine love transformed the heart from within. There are countless individuals in this world searching for peace that money, success, and recognition cannot supply. The peace that genuinely fulfills the human heart emanates only from the presence of God and the teachings of Jesus Christ. That peace settles profoundly within the soul, bringing serenity even when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. Those who carry this peace become quiet luminaries for others simply by living with kindness, humility, and unwavering faith. Take a gentle moment now to breathe slowly and allow the warmth of God's presence to settle peacefully in your heart, because His love continues to envelop your life with protection and care. Even when days appear routine, heaven remains active in ways not always immediately visible. Every sunrise, every quiet moment of contemplation, and every small act of kindness becomes part of the beautiful story God is composing through your life. That story is not hurried. It unfolds with a patience that reflects heaven's wisdom. The journey of a chosen soul often includes moments where hope must be held gently, even when circumstances appear discouraging. During those moments, faith becomes like a small flame that keeps burning in the darkness. Though the flame may seem fragile at times, the breath of God shields it from being snuffed out. Slowly, that flame intensifies, filling the heart with renewed courage and peaceful certainty. Many people imagine that chosen individuals always lead easy lives filled with constant success and visible blessings. Yet the truth is far deeper and more meaningful than that simplistic notion. Chosen souls often walk through experiences that shape their character, deepen their empathy, and strengthen their reliance on God. Through these experiences, they become vessels of comfort and encouragement for others who feel lost or disheartened. When someone encounters a person whose life reflects genuine faith, it often sparks a quiet ember of hope within the observer. That spark begins to remind them that goodness still exists and that the love of Jesus continues to work through ordinary people.
In this way, the presence of God spreads gently across the world through hearts that choose love over bitterness and faith over fear. Every chosen soul becomes a living testament that divine grace still transforms lives. Type 2323 if you agree. There are seasons when blessings appear unexpectedly, arriving at moments when the heart had nearly forgotten how to hope. Those moments remind chosen souls that God's timing carries wisdom far beyond human understanding. What once looked like delay often becomes preparation for something far more beautiful than the heart originally envisioned. Through patience and faith, the chosen begin to recognize that every step of their journey has been guided with loving care. The teachings of Jesus continue to encourage believers to live with compassion and humility, even in a world that sometimes values power and recognition more than kindness. When a chosen soul chooses forgiveness instead of resentment, they reflect the gentle spirit of Christ in a powerful way. That simple act of grace becomes a quiet miracle because it breaks cycles of anger and replaces them with healing. The love of God never tires of guiding His children toward hope, even when they stumble along the path. Each time a heart turns again toward faith, heaven welcomes that return with open arms and renewed compassion. Through that loving guidance, the chosen soul slowly learns that divine grace is stronger than every mistake, every fear, and every moment of doubt. A concealed brainwave, once stored in classified files, is said to ignite strong prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch in your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. As the journey continues, the chosen begin seeing life through a clearer and more peaceful perspective. They begin understanding that every season carries purpose and every experience contributes to the growth of their spirit. Even the moments that once seemed painful eventually become stepping stones that lead toward deeper faith and greater compassion. Through every chapter of this journey, the presence of Jesus remains steady and unchanging. His love continues flowing like a gentle river through the lives of those who trust in God. That love strengthens hearts, heals wounds, and reminds every chosen soul that they are walking a path filled with meaning. The story unfolding in your life is still being written by the loving hands of heaven. Each day brings new opportunities to reflect the kindness, patience, and faith that Jesus taught through His example. As that story continues growing, the light of God's love will keep shining through your life in ways that bring hope and encouragement to many hearts. Even during seasons when the road felt uncertain and the nights felt long, the hand of heaven never moved away from their journey. The presence of Jesus was always near, quietly strengthening the spirit and gently leading the heart forward, even when the path seemed hidden by doubt. Many chosen ones have walked through chapters of life where they felt overlooked or misunderstood by the people around them. Their kindness was sometimes mistaken for weakness, and their patience was sometimes tested by situations that seemed unfair or painful. Yet every moment of endurance shaped their spirit with deeper compassion and greater wisdom. The Lord often prepares chosen hearts through experiences that teach them humility, mercy, and a quiet strength that cannot easily be shaken. Those experiences are never wasted in the eyes of heaven because they become part of a beautiful transformation inside the soul. When a person continues trusting God through difficulty, something powerful begins growing within their heart. That growth is not always visible to the world, but it is precious to the Lord who sees every detail of the journey. The quiet strength that forms inside a faithful soul eventually becomes a source of comfort for others who are walking through their own struggles.
Type 1919 to receive miracles. The love of God has a remarkable way of reaching into ordinary moments and filling them with extraordinary meaning. A simple day that once felt routine can suddenly become a moment of divine reassurance when the heart remembers that heaven is always present. The teachings of Jesus remind believers that faith does not require loud signs or dramatic events to be real. Often the most powerful expressions of faith appear through gentle acts of kindness, patience, and compassion toward others. Chosen souls frequently carry a deeper awareness of the spiritual needs around them. They sense when someone is hurting, even when that person tries to hide their pain behind a smile. This sensitivity is not accidental because the love of Christ naturally awakens empathy within hearts that follow his path. Through that empathy, chosen individuals become quiet instruments of comfort, offering encouragement that brings hope to those who feel forgotten or discouraged. Sometimes a chosen person feels as though they are walking a lonely road, especially when their values do not match the noise and ambition that dominate the world around them. Yet the road of faith has always been different from the crowded roads that chase recognition and approval. The path of Jesus is a path of humility, kindness, and steadfast love that remains strong even when the world appears restless. Those who walk this path carry a light that quietly shines in places where darkness once seemed overwhelming. There are moments when the heart wonders whether the prayers spoken in faith have truly been heard. In those moments, it is important to remember that heaven listens with perfect attention to every sincere word offered in trust. God understands the hopes, the fears, and the quiet desires that live within every chosen soul. Nothing spoken from a sincere heart is ever ignored because divine love listens with patience that never fades. Type yes to affirm. The Lord often answers prayers in ways that unfold gradually rather than appearing suddenly. Blessings sometimes arrive step by step, revealing themselves through small changes that slowly transform a person's life. At first, those changes may appear simple or ordinary, yet over time, they create a path that leads toward greater peace and deeper purpose. Through those gentle answers, the chosen begin recognizing that God's wisdom guides every detail with perfect care. Faith becomes stronger each time a person remembers how God has already carried them through previous seasons of difficulty. When the mind looks back and sees how challenges eventually turned into growth, the heart gains courage for the future. This remembrance strengthens trust in the goodness of heaven and renews confidence that the journey ahead is also being guided. Through faith, the chosen begin understanding that every step of their story is connected to a greater purpose. There is a quiet beauty in the way Jesus teaches believers to treat others with compassion and patience. His example shows that true strength is found not in power or recognition, but in love that remains gentle even when life becomes difficult. When a chosen soul reflects that love through their actions, they become a living reflection of divine grace. Their presence begins bringing peace into conversations, encouragement into difficult moments, and hope into hearts that once felt tired. The influence of a faithful life often reaches farther than the person realizes. A single act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day and inspire them to pass that kindness forward. In this way, the love of God spreads quietly through everyday interactions that appear small but carry deep meaning. The world may overlook those moments, yet heaven sees them clearly and celebrates the goodness growing through faithful hearts. Many people search endlessly for fulfillment in things that promise happiness but fail to satisfy the deeper needs of the soul. Success, possessions, and recognition may bring temporary excitement, yet they rarely bring lasting peace. The peace that truly satisfies the heart comes from walking closely with God and trusting the teachings of Jesus. That peace grows steadily within the soul and becomes a source of calm strength during every season of life. Deep within your brain is a small area tied to wealth and success. Once hidden in restricted studies and classified documents, this newly uncovered frequency is helping people exchange financial stress for ease. And God has led you to see this message at this very moment. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave. Now, the journey of a chosen one gradually reveals that their life carries meaning beyond personal success or recognition. Their presence in the world becomes a quiet blessing for others who are searching for encouragement through simple acts of kindness and faithful living. They become reminders that divine love is still active in the world. This purpose may unfold slowly, yet its impact reaches many lives in ways that cannot always be measured. Sometimes blessings appear in unexpected ways, arriving when the heart has almost stopped waiting. A new opportunity, a restored relationship, or a renewed sense of purpose may suddenly emerge after a long season of patience. Those moments remind the chosen that God's timing carries wisdom far greater than human understanding. What once seemed like delay often becomes the preparation that allows blessings to arrive at the perfect moment. Every chosen soul carries a story that reflects both struggle and grace working together through time. The difficult chapters build resilience, while the peaceful chapters reveal the beauty of divine care. Together, those chapters create a life that reflects the enduring love of God. Through that story, others begin discovering hope, realizing that their own lives can also be touched by the same divine guidance. The presence of Jesus continues walking beside every heart that trusts in him. His compassion remains steady even when circumstances change, offering reassurance that faith is never misplaced. When the chosen remember this truth, their hearts find courage to continue moving forward with confidence. They understand that the same love which guided them yesterday will continue guiding them tomorrow. As the journey unfolds, the chosen begin seeing the quiet miracles that appear throughout their lives. These miracles may not always arrive with dramatic signs, yet they reveal themselves through peace that replaces worry and strength that appears during weakness. They become reminders that God is actively working behind the scenes of every faithful life. The love of Jesus has been present through every chapter, shaping the spirit with patience and strengthening faith through experiences that could not be understood at the time. When this realization settles into the heart, it brings a deep sense of peace that cannot be easily shaken by the noise of the world. The journey of faith is rarely loud or dramatic in the way people often expect. Instead, it unfolds gently, like the slow rising of sunlight that quietly fills the sky with warmth and light. Those who walk closely with God often discover that the most powerful transformations happen inside the heart, rather than outside in visible circumstances. The presence of Christ gradually reshapes thoughts, softens wounded places within the soul, and replaces fear with calm confidence that heaven is still in control. Many chosen ones remember seasons when life felt uncertain and overwhelming, when it seemed as though the path ahead had disappeared into darkness. During those times, the heart had to rely completely on faith, trusting that God was still guiding every step forward. Even when the answers did not arrive immediately, the quiet assurance of divine love continued holding the soul together. That kind of faith becomes a powerful foundation that cannot easily be broken by future challenges. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. Walking with God often requires a gentle kind of courage that is not always recognized by the world. It is the courage to remain kind in situations where anger would feel easier. It is the courage to forgive when the heart has every reason to hold on to pain. It is also the courage to keep believing in goodness even when the world appears full of confusion and disappointment. This quiet courage grows from the presence of Jesus living within the heart, guiding believers to reflect his love in everyday life. The teachings of Christ encourage believers to live with compassion, humility, and patience toward others. These qualities may appear simple, yet they carry tremendous power to transform the atmosphere around them. When a chosen soul responds to life with kindness rather than bitterness, they create a space where healing and hope can flourish. Through those actions, the love of God spreads quietly, touching lives in ways that cannot always be measured or fully understood.
There are people in the world who have almost forgotten what genuine kindness feels like because they have experienced too much disappointment and hurt. When they encounter someone whose life reflects the gentle spirit of Jesus, it often awakens a spark of hope within them. That spark begins reminding them that love still exists and that God has not abandoned humanity. In this way, the life of a faithful believer becomes a living testament that divine grace continues working in the world. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. The presence of Jesus brings a calm strength that helps believers face difficulties with patience rather than fear. When challenges arise, that strength reminds the heart that God has already carried them through many storms before. The memory of past deliverance becomes a source of courage, encouraging the soul to trust that heaven will guide them again. Each time faith is tested and remains steady, it grows stronger and more deeply rooted within the Spirit. The love of God does not remove every challenge from the life of a chosen soul, but it transforms the way those challenges are experienced. Instead of becoming sources of despair, difficulties become opportunities for spiritual growth and deeper understanding. Through those experiences, the heart learns how to rely more fully on divine wisdom rather than human strength alone. That reliance brings a sense of peace that remains steady even during uncertain moments. There are times when blessings arrive quietly, appearing in ways that might easily be overlooked if the heart is not paying attention. A moment of unexpected encouragement, a new opportunity appearing at the right time, or a feeling of peace during a difficult day can all be signs of God's presence. These small miracles remind believers that heaven continues working gently within their lives. Over time, those quiet moments form a beautiful pattern that reveals the loving care of God. A 7-second brainwave approach, previously limited to elite groups and stored in classified files, is now available to everyone, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Researchers claim it stimulates a dormant brain center associated with prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is removed from the internet again. Chosen ones often discover that their purpose involves bringing encouragement to others who feel lost or discouraged. Their words, actions, and presence become sources of comfort for people who are searching for hope. This influence does not require fame or recognition because its true power lies in sincerity and compassion. Through everyday interactions, the love of Christ flows outward, touching lives in ways that cannot always be fully seen. Faith also teaches the heart to trust the timing of heaven, even when human understanding struggles to see the reason behind certain delays. God's wisdom sees the entire journey, while human vision often sees only a small portion of the path ahead. What feels like waiting can actually be preparation for blessings that require the right moment to unfold. When those blessings finally appear, the heart begins understanding why patience was necessary. The chosen soul gradually learns that life is not defined by temporary circumstances, but by the enduring presence of God within the heart. External situations may change, but the love of Jesus remains constant and unchanging. This truth becomes a foundation of stability that allows believers to face the future with calm assurance. Through faith, they realize that their lives are held within the steady hands of heaven. Many people spend years searching for meaning and fulfillment in places that promise happiness, but fail to satisfy the deeper needs of the soul. The teachings of Jesus reveal that true fulfillment is found through love, faith, and a relationship with God. When a chosen soul embraces this truth, their life begins reflecting a deeper peace that others can see and feel. That peace becomes a quiet invitation for others to seek the same source of hope. Every chapter of a faithful life contributes to a greater story that God continues writing with wisdom and care. The struggles shape resilience, The moments of joy strengthen gratitude, and the seasons of waiting deepen trust in divine guidance.